Good evening, Ruskin enjoyers. I hope you're alright, 'cause it's time for the abnormal barders. Tonight we have quite a lot of abnormal skins to chase after. We have the SAR, the armor double door, the garage door, the small box. We also have the large backpack, the AK47, and the double barrel shotgun. And of course, when the roster rotates tomorrow, we should expect the regular skins, these here, yes, they should become marketable then. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead, figure out prices for all these skins, and then when they, of course, become marketable, we'll race to put them down. And yeah, we'll then look at the abnormal barter support afterwards, and of course make considerations if we actually want to jump in and purchase these skins. Abnormal barters are super helpful because they give us a nice early insight in regards to whether a skin has actual genuine demand, whether it has actual support to keep the prices up. So if you're confused about the words I've said, if you're confused about what abnormals are, what regular skins are, don't worry, you're not alone. People ask me all the time. Could you please consider, look in the description right now and you'll see two videos I provided. The first video is a 60-second short video which will very quickly showcase what abnormals are and of course pointing out what time they appear. But if that's not enough for you, if you feel like you need to learn a lot more, like how to identify what an abnormal is, how to figure out when they become marketable, well, consider watching the second video just listed a little bit below. It's about 20 minutes long, but it goes in depth. It talks about everything, and after that, you'll basically fully understand what abnormals are, how they work, and when they're going to appear and whatnot. Sounds good? Awesome. Cool. Right. So before we proceed, something's going wrong with regular skins at the moment. I have heard you more than enough. Let's go back to the previous week. So, as I said, regular skins, when the roster rotates, they're supposed to become marketable, aren't they? Well, here's a funny thing. Where are these free skins? So let me just point this out to you, okay? No, it is not a copyright issue. No, they are not rare. There is a strange issue that Facepunch is fully well aware of. They're trying to fix it, but they don't know what's wrong with it at the moment. They fully intend to fix it. Please be aware of that. And no, they are not rare. No, don't go ahead and try and buy them for about $30 on third-party sites. They are not worth that price. These all sold a respectable normal amount. 11,000, 9,000, 8,300. And that's subscribers, by the way. Subscribers are the bare minimum sales. At least 8,353 people bought that Python. Cool. But maybe some of them bought like 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. You don't know. But at least we have the bare minimum amount, right? So if that's got at least 8,000 subscribers, I wouldn't consider that rare. No. So we'll see what happens, but don't end up trying to buy one or rather trade for one for quite a lot of funds, because at some point this very likely will be fixed and they'll just go down to like the prices they would be expected to. A Python above $1, impossible. And the sheet in the door, the SAT did look like it was going to be fairly reliable and retain its value, but I don't think it's worth like $20. No, it's not rare. It's just been a weird thing that's happened. So we'll leave it at that, right? At some point, it gets fixed. And if you own a whole bunch of those skins, who's the unlucky sop? It's you fool, right? So, anyway. Shall we now talk about these skins and figure out prices for all of them? Let's go ahead and do just that. Seeker SAR. Well, we might see a SAP at some point. That's something we have to consider, because if you aren't fully well aware, looks like the skin creator is fully intending on turning this into a collection, a weapon collection. Seeker SAR could very likely become a reality. We have the AK, we have the SAR, and now we have a transparent aim sight on an MP5. Now, I've already made a fuss about this. I've talked about this. Again, you could go over, take a look at my YouTube. You'll see this here. I made a fuss about it. I'm showcasing it. There it is during the day. Looks cool. Very reminiscent of the AK and the SAR. Nighttime look. Snap. And there you go. And I aim down. And you don't really notice it that much. It's not like crazy. But again, that's a very useful looking MP5 with super useful transparency. All right? Cool. Well, there's another thing I need to talk to you about in a second, because that might not be the only MP5 coming out fairly soon with that, right? But the main point is, it looks like it could be brewing and becoming a much bigger collection. So, okay, cool. That's definitely going to be a nice thing to help with the price and help this SAR stay in demand. But let me show you something, because when I did my predictions video, that SAR was like the 4th best-selling skin. And if I could show you the progress in terms of like how the sales went, first 24 hours of sales, that SAR only had 7,500 subscribers. That's like nothing. It's not like a super insane in-demand skin. It's all right. It's better than quite a lot of these other skins here, but it wasn't doing insane sales. All right, and as you can see there, Cobalt Jungle Armor double door with just a fair bit more. Cool to see. But like a day or two later, apparently a TikTok video was made showcasing that SAR, making a big fuss about its transparency. It eclipsed the armored double door, and now let's just go back over to here. Oh, look at that. This now has over 10,000 more subscribers than the armored double door. Oh, what? So, you're going to sit there and question me now. Is that going to retain its value? Is it going to have a pretty interesting future ahead of it? Compared to everything, all these other SARs, and yes, I've already made a video talking about this, there's no other SAR that compares to it at the moment, as far as I'm aware. But I have to point this out. Skin creators have taken notice of that, and they're doing the exact same thing. I'll show it to you in a second. But yep, do not assume this is going to end up becoming the most valuable SAR skin. All right, I did make the comparison between that and the Imp SAR. It's not going to reach the price of the Imp SAR. No. It's sold far too much for that to happen. But I could see it having a pretty good future ahead of it based on the fact that we are likely going to be seeing some more skins being produced and accepted. I know the skin creator intends to make a Thompson at some point, so all right, cool. Something to look forward to. But, all right, let me show you some of the recent submissions. So, of course, I'm sure you're fully well aware that I'm always showcasing the brand new workshop skins. There you go, the Rust Workshop skin checks for May 20, 2025, all collection continuations. They're chaptered. And one of those collection continuations just so happens to be a Frog SAR. So scroll. Okay, I must have missed it. Up. There you go. As I said, skin creators, they've taken notice. They're now trying to do it themselves. All right. When skin creators notice other skin creators are allowed to have something, they're going to try and do that themselves. So from here on now, I would not be surprised in the slightest if every other skin creator making a SAR skin does the exact same thing. And if Face Punch keeps accepting them, oh wow, okay, suddenly the Seeker SAR is no longer that special. Yep. So much like how with the Seeker SAR, it's kind of made the Imp SAR lose like quite a bit of interest and value. By default, it's actually starting to lose value. Selling for $50 at one point, now it's starting to slowly trickle downwards with more and more listings appearing, all right? If we see another SAR come out with the exact same style of aim sight, that might be in trouble. Because again, with the amount that's sold, if we could just take a quick look at this, let's go see for ourselves. What's the top selling SARs we've ever had? And where are we? Here we are. High subscribers. Oh, hang on a minute. Didn't Vase make that one as well? It's a porcelain skin. Oh, he did. All right, cool. So yeah, it is now the highest ever selling SAR skin. Demand is there. All right, it had a massive second wind push, and just these past few days, it has sold immensely. Like within 3 days, it's done like 15,000 subscribers. Again, I've never seen it happen before. Like 3 days in, suddenly the TikTok video comes out and then it just gets an extra huge boost. I've never seen a skin 3 days in suddenly getting like doubling. It's ridiculous. So looking at what I'm seeing here, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I think it's going to do a pretty good job of retaining its value. But if we do start seeing other things appear, as I said, I can imagine there will be problems. But if we do see consistent Heat Seeker skins being produced, accepted, you know what? Doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure that'll still do all right. So, I'm looking at it. I'm making considerations. And honestly, I think I'm probably going to do $2 to $2.50. I think this is going to do good. I fully expect it. The demand is too good for the moment. And I don't think Face Punch are going to be that lenient with every other SAR. I do expect a lot more SARs, all right? But this right here is going to be it is going to be the special SAR of the year. Much like AKs, only a few, at best maybe 3 or so SARs and AKs actually stay in the positive. So out of all these skins so far, I'm not seeing that right now, but that's now appeared. And if we scroll down, oh look, there's Bombshell, scroll. Oh look, there's Thunder Gold and Blackstone, slightly. But yes, only a couple or a few will be in the positive, and the rest, oh dear. Because again, we just get so many of the skins, don't we? So if nothing compares to that comes out afterwards for a while, then that will be doing very nicely. If we get the continuations, even better. So, if you're feeling optimistic for this, if you truly believe in Heat Seeker Summer, Heat Seeker SAR is going to probably do quite all right. I reckon the demand it will have in the Steam market will manage to keep the price up. Now, let me show you something. In the past, we have seen some skins sell ridiculous amounts. Blackout Burlap. If you don't fully remember, this did like 60,000 subscribers. A lot, a ridiculous amount. And yet, both of them are doing pretty all right in the Steam market. Yes, they have a ridiculous amount of listings with 319 here, but that sold at 99 cents. Now it sells at $1.30. That good? Well, it's profitable. It's penny's profit, but it's profit. And then over to here, then we have the burlap pantaloons, and $1.50. So yeah, that one's a little bit better. But they haven't really gotten far because they also sold quite a lot. And they do get some big fat, stacks appearing in big fat quantities, walls, problems. Managed to get to a positive point, managed to become profitable, but it didn't make that much profit. So, point made. Please be aware that very likely might do a good job retaining its value. Doesn't necessarily mean it's definitely going to go up in price by a lot. And again, I reiterate, I do not expect it to reach up to IMSAR prices. If it does, oh wow, okay then, that was cool. So yes, if you want to buy a few for yourself, because you're like, you know what, I think it would be pretty interesting to get involved, don't blame you, I'm considering it as well, but I want to do the abnormal borders first. So yes, chat, if you can afford it, go for it. Have fun. We'll see what happens next. Like, listen, I know you want to buy one for yourself to use. Don't blame you. But buying an extra 5 or so, sure. But again, I don't know how much funds you have each. It is looking to be a pretty interesting thing. And we've had some pretty interesting weapon collections in the summers previous. In 2023, we had the Redemption Collection and the Chameleon Collection. Initially, both of them were weapon-only collections. And initially, they were all their skins were in the positive. People were like going crazy for them. I think people are getting really invested into Heatseeker now. So I've said all the words that I've said. Now it's up to you now to make a consideration. But at the very least, the abnormal borders, they'll give us a very good insight in regards to whether that's actually going to be retaining its price, and I think it will. So $2 to $2.50. That's my suggestion. Let's move on. Cobalt Armored Jungle Double Doors. I am fully well aware that we will be seeing more of this, and I actually did kind of question the skin creator himself, because I was like, is this actually part of the same collection? Of course, with the naming convention and whatnot, and he also made these. Okay, makes sense, understood. I actually asked him. So, first of all, let's just point out a collection continuation has appeared, and there is 2 versions of them. We have a single door. This is the non-glowing version. Not surprised to see it. It's basically very easy to just cut out one door from the armored double door and then put it on the workshop. But I will point this out, we haven't had an armored door skin this year. Yes, not a single, quite literally, a single armored door being accepted in all of 2025. We're almost getting up to June, so that's a bit surprising, isn't it? Now, there is also the glow-in-the-dark version, which looks very nice and very cool. But if I could just quickly go back over to here to this one. As I said, I asked him, hey, what's your plans? Because I understood that he already had the Cobalt container. Loads of people keep asking me, where's all the sheet metal double doors? Where's all the sheet metal double doors? He's actually planning to do it next, after having a little talk with him. People keep asking me, so I passed on word. Now he realises there's demand for it. Yes, you very likely will be seeing another batch of like a single sheet metal door, some double doors. It looks like this is going all the way. Okay, cool. So, okay, skin creators motivated to go ahead and make some more skins for this, and if they get accepted, well, that's looking pretty cool then, isn't it? Yes. And I've kind of showcased you already in my Rust Rotation video, like pairing it up with like shipping container and decorating the walls, green shipping container, just to clarify, and decorating the walls with jungle ivy rug. So it looks cool, it looks nice, and guys, armored double doors, yes, that right now is the top selling armored double door skin. But even then, I still think it would be okay. Again, we have like hardly any skins, okay? And I will ask you again, how often do you even get to the point we have an armored double door? So, okay, fair enough. But all of them have done fine since they came out. I fully expect that to do all right. I have doubts that we'll see another armored double door this year, right? But then again, we might get Twitch drops and whatnot. So if I go ahead and look at all the newest ones, last year we got like 1, 2 Twitch drops and then 3 marketable ones. Hey, okay, sure, we might see another armored double door this year. Well, we got 3 there and they all ended up perfectly fine. Even the Pixel Armor Double Door, which didn't glow in the dark, it's not a part of a very in-demand collection, that still went up in price ever so nice, alright? So, yes, I do think that's be doing very nicely. Honestly, you could probably do like $1.70 to $2.20. I'm not joking. That looks like it's doing pretty cool. I think the demand is there. I don't expect that many more skins to be produced. I sincerely hope we don't see an abundance all of a sudden. But I haven't seen... Well, there was another one. I did see Constellations return. So if I could just go over to Armored Double Doors. There you go. Constellations has returned. That was submitted just this past weekend. All right, we'll see how it goes. Looks nice. But yeah, there could be more. There could. We'll see how it goes. Neon Exit Garage Door. I'm aware Duck, the skin creator, has made the decision to continue this with another skin. We have Farm Door. Wow. Yes, Farm Door has been submitted. What doors would you like to see next? Furnace room? Living room? I don't know, you tell me. But yeah, it looks like he's committed to trying to jump onto that again. But look at this, right? We had this Neon Exit Garage Door being accepted. All the neon box... Oh, okay, first of all, look at all the garage doors. Yeah, we'll do that then. Yeah, they're holding up very nicely, aren't they? But if I could just look at the neon collection, you'll see for yourself that nothing changed, really. Nothing changed. Large boxes are like all by themselves. They don't care about anything else. They're doing good. Small boxes are in their own world. Whilst we got 5 of them, they're all a bit... Lockers, and the garage doors, ooh. Garage doors are basically all down by half. So, yes, I don't think that exit garage doors will be doing super great. But I could still see it doing reasonably well to a point, aka a smart barter could be the way to go. But after garage doors this year, none of them are holding up very nicely. So for that, I'm looking at it and I'm going to go 70 cents to $1. I think it could retain a decent amount of its price for a while, but I feel like it's going to be inevitable that they're going to go down in price. Now, by all means, if you want to have a big exit for your door, for your base, okay, yeah, sure, go for it. But I'm having doubts, and I don't think people are going to care that much. Why would you add directions in your base? Just make it easy to get raided. But yeah, if people appreciate it, it might work out quite nicely. 17,600 subscribers. Is that a fairly okay amount? Well, let's go over to the Saturday 48-hour analysis. And with the garage door, I thought that was going to do between 16 to 19,000 subscribers. That's fine. It's matched up quite nicely. God, Seeker SAR, I thought was going to do 19 to 22,000 subscribers. Oh, dear. Well, like I said, I did not see the second wind. So, it's madness. Right, so I think, yeah, 30 cents to $1. That's how I'm going to that is how I'm going to approach it. I don't have that much confidence, so I play lowball. Fireflies wood storage box, the small box. Let's just point out that a rug has been submitted, so we could see potentially another skin fairly quickly. We shall see. But, how is this collection? So if I go over to here, if I close this, and this, and this, and this, and go over to here, I will showcase to you that there are quite a few skins that have been accepted already, and they're doing mighty fine. So, the sheet in the door got bought out a little bit more, and it went up to $11. Cool. Wooden double doors always done quite nicely, $5.69, very nice to see. Even the green glow-in-the-dark sleeping bag, $5. There has been many attempts for that rug. I swear it's been put up like 3 times before. But that small box, we did do comparisons. Like if you're looking for a box to hide in the jungle and whatnot, you're much better off with either just a standard storage or a frog storage or the tier 3 small box. So, indoors, well, it stands out quite nicely. It looks pretty, and all the other deplorables are doing pretty all right. So, I mean, I'm conflicted here. Small boxes so far this year, how are they currently holding up? And the answer is, diddle-do. Oh dear. Okay, that's not pretty. So, do I expect this to go down in price? I do. How low can you go? Well, you know what? I think I'll do $7 to 70 cents to $1. 70 cents to $1. That's what I'd suggest. I think it could dip down close to $1, but I don't think it'll go all the way. I am aware that the collection is doing very nice for itself. Small boxes, I don't know. Like, hey, eventually maybe it matches up perfectly to all of these. If this is currently done about almost 16,500 subscribers, what's less sales compared to the bag, less sales compared to the wooden double door, it could work out nicely. It just might take a while. I am not 100% convinced, so I'm going to play it safer. 70 cents to $1. Roadsign large backpack. I don't know if people care enough about this. It's a fun, goofy idea. It has had a decent amount of sales. It's just, I don't know. Like, are people going to wear the default tier 2 and run around with that? Maybe. $2 though. Oh, large backpack skins. How are you currently holding up? Well, you got quite a decent amount, to be honest. Got quite a decent amount. I'm going to go with 70 cents, 90 cents. I don't have a lot of confidence in it, I'm afraid, so I'm going to go with a fairly lower price. I'll leave it at that. BamBOOM AK47 has only done 8,300 subscribers. Oh, what? So, back over to here. Looking at my suggestion, I thought BamBOOM was going to reach 9 to 11,000 subscribers. Oh, what? You're telling me that's undersold? A green AK-47 with a very useful red aim sight? Oh, what? So I've made a short video showcasing it right over to here. Where are you? It's here somewhere. There you go. Yep, they are. Of course, if you're fully well aware, I made a video, uploaded it on Saturday, and basically it's me showcasing various weapons, or rather highlighting them initially, then hiding in the jungle foliage and just showcasing how they blend in quite nicely with various different green options for clothing and armor. Very nice, very cool. So basically, at the end of the video, I'm sitting here and I'm saying, like, honestly, all the AKs are perfectly fine options. Not that many people would notice what you're holding. It's $3.49 and there are cheaper green AK-47s. I'm under the assumption that very likely will be going below its still price, but I could see it maintaining a decent portion of it. So I'm probably going to do... Okay. $1.20 to $1.70. I'm going to go halfway. I don't envision that it's going to go down dramatically terribly bad, but with not that many that have sold, I'm interested, but I'm also... I've been burnt out with AK-47s before. I don't fully trust them. I worry. So, yeah. So, yeah, $1.20 to $1.70. That's how I'm going to approach it. Deep Ruby double barrel shotgun. Lowest selling skin, but it's only a little bit less compared to this one. That's ridiculous. Anyway, we are fully well aware that we have seen a tier 2 set being submitted. Interesting. So we could start potentially rolling into some clothing and armor for the Deep Ruby collection. That sounds cool. That would match up perfectly with the Deep Ruby weapons. But what about this double barrel shotgun, huh? The first ever double barrel shotgun skin with a coloured, an altered, edited aim sight, as in, you know, people could colour it now. I don't think people are going to care enough about the aim sight. I'm questioning, and I think that double barrel shotgun, I think I'm probably going to do, I think I'll do $1 to $1.50. Yeah, it very likely might dip down in price like many other double barrel shotguns that have come out over the past few years. Notable collections, just pointing it out. But I couldn't imagine it would drop down immensely, like down to less than $1 or something. So yeah, I'll approach that with a $1 to $1.50 buy order. I think that's somewhat reasonable. Okay, now that we've done all the abnormal buy order talk, let's now talk about the regular skins. Now, just to reiterate, be prepared for the possibility that they will not become marketable tomorrow, okay? But they will still be tradable. So, if that sounds interesting to you, maybe you want to go buy a couple of these yourself and see what happens next. We'll find out tomorrow, won't we? Tire, roadster gloves and boots have sold more than the rest of the tire collection. However, if they end up being stuck and you can't sell them, it might actually work it out quite nicely for that. It really might. But yes, Tire, Hoodie and Pants did just over 10,000 subscribers. The Tier 2 basically did around 9,000 subscribers. And yet, Roadsign Gloves 14,000 and the Boots almost 13,000. There's an excess amount there and that might lead to some problems. However, we did discuss this. Out of all the Roadsign Gloves, the black ones, they tend to do a very good job of retaining their value, and they do a very good job of going up in price. Even Pirate Roadsign Gloves went up in price after they did, 30,700 subscribers? That's a ridiculous amount. But then again, the rest of the Pirate collection sold a ridiculous amount. So that lines up perfectly with it. However, with these pieces here, as I've already said, the boots and gloves have already sold a little bit too much compared to the actual clothing and armour here. So, okay. Interesting. In regards to the prices that I would offer, I still think 70 cents to 80 cents for both of them would be a perfectly fine option. Yep. But Are they even going to be marketable tomorrow? I don't know. We'll find out. So I'll just have to leave it at that, I'm afraid. Tiger hoodie and pants, a perfectly fine, interesting idea. Not everybody was fully invested with the idea of some orange clothing and armour. Like, they really wanted to see green. Everybody's yapping about jungle raiders, jungle raiders, jungle raiders. No, be a kitty. And of course, in this picture, you can clearly see that some tier 3 has been produced. I can also confirm on the workshop, we've also seen the boots and gloves. So that's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty interesting. Either one, like tier 3, boots and gloves, that would help that out a lot. That is the very first core piece. And if we do anticipate the rest of it getting accepted, that very likely will be bouncing up in price at some point. It very likely will be going up in price ever so nice. However, is it like guaranteed to happen? Well, there's no guarantees. That's the issue. So if I'm questioning it, I think for those hoodie and pants, I'll probably do like 70 cents, maybe like 65 to 75 cents. I don't want to go up too high, but I am a little bit concerned. I don't think that many people really want to dress up in orange, let alone being a cat. So I'm playing it a little bit safer, 65 to 75 cents. Let's go with that. And with the ruined sap, well, I thought that was going to sell quite nicely. I thought that was going to sell reasonably well. So over to here, ruined sap, I thought honestly that was going to end up doing 9 to 11,000 subscribers. Back over to here, okay, it's just basically in between both. That's just smack dab in the middle. I still feel like that sold like not as much as I was initially expecting. Like it really does feel like it's undersold. So all these ruined skins got bought out with the jungle update. Is this going to get, is it going to follow suit? Is it going to work out just as fine? Is it going to end up being stuck tomorrow and then people mistakenly assume it's rare? It's not rare. 10,000 definitely wouldn't be a rare skin, but it's light green, has a very useful redeem site. I don't think we have that many green saps, especially when I quickly point this out to you. We have one. It's a crocodile. And there he is. Yippee. But he's up by 66%. Interesting. Very interesting. So I'm going to suggest $1 to $1.50. You could probably go up a little bit higher. Just be careful. Just be careful. But yeah, and honestly, I do think that's going to retain its value quite nicely. Just to reiterate, sap skins tend to be very, very reliable skins in terms of retaining their value. They get a lot of usage. They don't get too many skins. So yeah, it's a good consideration. You don't need to worry about like the SAR. You could just probably go buy a bunch of those. Just saying. So it looks pretty good. It looks like it's working out quite nicely. We just need to see how it is when it appears eventually on the Steam market. Cool. So that's everything. I'm sure we got that all written down. Mr. Antonomy, he's been hard at work doing that. What is going to happen tomorrow? What is the expectations? Are we actually going to complete the sets? Last year, in 2024, in the 4th Thursday of May, we got the pseudo complete the sets with the sudden appearance of like neon fuel storage, toxic armor double doors, and then we got like the ramen, one of the ramen skins. Basically, it happened. It just wasn't announced. Are we going to get that same situation tomorrow? Are you feeling confident of that, chat? So plenty of interesting skins have been, put in this collection that I made. Yes, this is the unofficial list. It gives you a good insight in regards to what collections are candidates for complete the sets. What ones would you like to see? Feel free to comment below. But tomorrow we find out. Is it actually going to happen? Or was it just a big cope? I'd love to see it happen. I'd love to see some interesting skins actually getting acceptance, like the final pieces they need finished. Like when it comes to clothing and armor, there's so many things here that could be a candidate. But personally, I'd vouch for B Cosplay or Ladybug. Both of them would actually complete the sets. Imagine we got both of them tomorrow. So yeah, cool point, interesting. It might happen, but just be prepared for depression. Right, okay, cool. So what collections, or rather what skins could we be seeing tomorrow? Well, it's not just going to be very old skins. You would still likely see like some fairly recent submissions. Like you could still see Tiger Tier 3 being accepted and complete the search roster because you're still basically continuing it. And, well, that's what happened last year and the year before that. At least one set was like an early pick and another one was a typical pick. And typical picks obviously in reference to TGG's top picks. By default, you'd assume all the skins that are supplied in here are the ones that end up getting accepted. So we just refer to that as typical. Cool. So, all right then. That's looking pretty reasonable. Now, if I could just quickly navigate over to here, I'd like to point something out. Mr. Protox, where art thou? You had a pretty cool looking thing. Don't mind the cat. Oh, there it is. Yep. Protox has seen the brand new floor wallpapers. So we can just quickly go over to here. There's Protox's Twitter. Make sure to go ahead and give that a good look. And you can see that he's produced a video here showcasing. Let me just mute this because they won't accidentally take it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll have a YouTube video out at some point showcasing it. There you go. Look at all that on the floor. Wonderful. And with our horrible smelly feet, we'll destroy it. So that seems to be pretty basic at the moment. But hey, you know, eventually we got like some special DLCs and packs of it and whatnot. So that'd be cool. We'll see how it develops. Me talking in reference to regular wallpaper. Floor wallpaper would probably also be getting some cool looking things. Cool. So I've said basically everything I needed to say. Now I can talk about Twitch drops. I have been informed of 2 Twitch drops, and I do believe there will be quite a lot more. So we could just quickly go over to here. If you go onto the Rust Workshop, you'll notice that there is a certain MP5 right there. Oh, it's Augusta Bell. Yes, it looks like BELLUM 3 will be happening some point in June. Maybe it'll roll into July, we shall see. But as you can see, we have a pure gold MP5. Get a good look at that. Very nice. And, well, oh look, it's another transparent aim sight. That will be given away for free. Oh, And with great thanks to the people that watch, people who watch me, who are from other parts of the world, so Spanish, I can showcase to you another one, a golden double-barrel shotgun. Cool. So at some point when they're all released, I'll do a lovely showcase of all the skins, so you can get a good look at all of them. BELLUM seems to be the next update, the next event, the next Twitch drop event. I eventually got all the words out. So as we finish May, some point in June, we'll then have some more Spanish skins. Yippee. Right. So that is basically everything. Cool. Are you feeling optimistic for tomorrow? We'll see how it goes. And with that, shall now move on and do the actual bar orders. Okay. 4, 3, 2, 1, and off I go. So I'm focusing the Seeker SAR. That's got most of the attention. Let's see how quick I am. Oh, there you go. Very quick. Oh, wow. That was a lot of people quite quickly. Okay. Whew. I've got brand new internet. I think I have pretty fast internet, which will help me out here. Okay. 170. What's that? It's going to be about that. And I'll request that amount. And I'll be moving on. Okay. Yeah, everything's appearing to be very quickly. I'm pretty impressed. Right. Okay. Fireflies, no. What about you, Deep Ruby? No. What about you, Neon Exit Garage Door? Okay. I wasn't 100% sure with you. It was a bit iffy. It was a bit, No. Yep, no. Right, let's go to the other account. Engage. Extra buy orders. Right, you currently have buy orders going all the way up to about just under $2.50. I can see that. Okay, I said I was going to do $2.50. Am I cool? Am I cool? I don't know. How much higher do I think about it. Thinking hurts my brain. Screw it, let's go. I'm cool. I am very cool. Chat can't say no. Right. I'm a double door. We respect you. We think you are cool. You have barders comfortably going above. Let's go bump that up a bit. I like it. I respect it. There's my buy order. Right, BamBOOM AK47, the second buy order. That's currently going up to just under $2 at the moment. And that is basically what we were considering. $1.70 is what I was going to go up to. We've got a buy order there going up to above that. I think I'll probably still stick with the suggested thing. So I'm going to go over to here and do that. And I'll request that amount. Alright, cool. So I think we've got a decent amount of the barders down. We'll now skip ahead and look what the abnormal barter support looks like. Alright, we're back. It's been about 40 minutes. So let's go ahead and take a look at these skins. Look at the abnormal barter support. And, well, Seeker SAR. Well, then, it's got barders basically already going up to $3. I think it's looking pretty interesting. Yeah, no, with all the support it has there, comfortably going all the way up to about $2.70 mostly, that is looking to be a perfectly fine skin to consider buying if you want to. Right? Now just remember, it looks good now, but as time goes on, as more and more listings appear on the Steam market, we might have some potential problems eventually, alright? At the very least, September, October, November time, auto fall seasonal dip, when the kids go back to school and whatnot, you probably won't be seeing these being used as much, and they'll probably get flogged in the Steam market, and then if there's too many of them, and which, you know, we know there's a lot that have been bought, it could happen where it drops off pretty badly, alright? So, I did mention how Redemption Weapon Collection and Chameleon Weapon Collection initially worked out very nicely back in the summer of 2023. Well, as time went on, they went down in price. And that typically happened around, you know, the auto fall seasonal dip. So, with what we see here, by all means, if you go buy a few for yourself and sell some more, perfectly fine suggestion, perfectly fine based on what I see here with the abnormal support. But you probably want to make sure you sell them during the summer. I don't think you want to hold on to them forever. July and August tends to be where a lot of skins peak in price, and if we do see more Heat Seeker weapons being produced and accepted, well, there you go. That will very much help it out. So one thing you could consider, if you're questioning the support this has and if it's even to keep the price up, I still believe this next skin is going to go down in price still. It is to be expected. But this Jungle Ivy, you know, rug, which did, what, 54,000 subscribers? Almost double the Heat Seeker, right? That's still doing a pretty good job retaining most of its price. The demand is still there to keep the price up. The demand is still helping it out. But, because there is still, like, tons of them, gradually, as time goes on, it is slowly going down and down and down in price. The barders are slowly disappearing. Give it time, or at least, you know, September, October, November, that very likely have a lot of listings, as in, like, maybe a few hundred, and it will very likely drop off to less than $2. So, initially, as of now, it's doing a good job retaining the price. So, we'll see what happens to this. But if you want to, if you feel like you need to buy something, that's a great suggestion. Now over to here, Cobalt Jungle Armoured Double Door. Same thing basically. Barders comfortably all the way close to the price it sells for in the Rust store, which is $2.49. These barders here, all around $2.30ish and whatnot. That's looking very viable. That is also looking to be a perfectly fine thing to consider buying if you want to. Over to here, the BamBOOM AK47, a $3.49 skin. There are no barders close to that. It all ends at $2. It's very unfortunate, but yeah. I think you could just probably stick with like a $2.50 barder, pick it up for $1 cheaper. Yeah, you very likely will potentially succeed in getting it for a cheaper price. But how low will it go? Or have people just slept on this, not realising that it's a nice potential green camouflage option? The red wrapping? Oh, it doesn't matter. From a bit of a distance away, you will not notice it. So, okay. Yeah, but you could still do like a $2.50 barder and pick these up for cheaper. Over to here, Fireflies Small Wood Box. And what do we have here? $2 price with barders here going close to, but not that close. The barders are going up to about $1.20 basically. Yes. Is that good? It's better. I thought this was going to be better off as a, what was it, a 70 cent to $1 barder. But some people did go a bit higher. So I saw that and I actually jumped up a little bit ahead of them. I can afford it. I want to see how things turn out. I have some interest in it. I'm not sure if this is going to spike up like all the other previous skins, but I could see it work out quite nicely, especially compared to the average small box skin, which unfortunately a lot of them just do not hold. They don't really work out very well. So, yeah, point made. All right, then. Deep Ruby Double Barrel Shotgun. It is the lowest selling skin of the week. It's selling, what, $2.49? The barders only go up to halfway. Ooh, that's not looking pretty. But again, due to the sheer lack of purchases, perhaps it could rebound and work out quite nicely as time goes on. As of now, it's the only double barrel shotgun with a changed or textured aim sight. So we'll see if that gets any love over the course of the summer. Again, we might be seeing a lot more of the Deep Ruby collection. Might be getting clothing armor. Maybe it pairs up very nicely with it. I wonder. Neon Exit Garage Door doesn't look like it's retaining its price. Barders basically stop at $1. That doesn't look very pretty. That doesn't look very viable. I would personally just stick with a barder if I were you. $1.50 barder. Pick it up for about $1 cheaper. Looks very viable. That could work. Over to here, Roadsign Large Backpack. Yeah, that's stopping at $1. Yeah, that's not going up in price. That is to be expected, right? Again, things can change. Things could end up like, you know, that might end up going up to $10. Why? I don't know, but yeah. But yeah. This gives you a good indication what a good barter might be and gives you a good indication if the skin's actually going to retain value. But things can change and it could do a complete 180. So be aware of that. Don't assume everything is a guarantee. sandbox. So just to point out, there are also brand new sandbox skins being added and, of course, becoming marketable. So these Love Heart boxes, they sell for 99 cents in the sandbox. As I've said multiple times, if sandbox just simply succeeds or get at least a portion of the success of what Roblox got, all the sandbox skins are likely to go up in price ever so nice as time goes on. But right now, it's basically like a super early access, sort of. But if you could get in now and prepare yourself, hey, you never know. Maybe when it releases, lots of people jump in to play it, and then suddenly everybody wants the skins. We'll see. So, yep, that is basically everything. It's looking reasonably okay. Will these skins be marketable tomorrow, or will they follow suit for the previous skins from the previous week, the regular skins? We shall see. We shall see. And, yeah. Are you feeling confident tomorrow will be complete the sets? Again, if we could compare to last year, so right here, this is the May 2023 complete the sets. What I'm referencing is this one. In this month, we have 5 different Thursdays. Last year, for May 2024, we had 5 different Thursdays. So, as you can see, May 2, May 9, May 16, May 23, and May 30. It's the 4th Thursday of the month. And tomorrow, it's the 4th Thursday of the month. Are you feeling confident? Are you hopeful? Or are you feeling copeful? We'll see, but yeah. I'd love to see it. I hope Facepunch does it. It would be cool, but we'll wait and see, won't we? We'll wait and see. Maybe it just ends up being a regular Rust door, and then we're just like, oh. Maybe it's next week instead. Oh. I don't really want to keep bringing up complete the sets. But tomorrow, if it's there or not, I think that'll be the end of me mentioning it. I think that will be the end of me mentioning it until we eventually have it later this year, which usually happens between September to, November? Something like that. Yeah. Cool. Sorry if I sound very tired. I am very tired. Player count. Let's see if you can retain until the end of the month. We're getting close to the finish. But it looks like you might be slipping below 100,000. Oh, no. Oh, dear, oh, dear. But as we approach, June, when the kids start to go out of school, that's where we expect the very big bump. Look at that. 15,000 for the average player count. That's pretty significant. Yes. And don't forget, keep it under commits. Lots of interesting things have been mentioned, along with what we just mentioned earlier, the potential wallpaper for the floors and whatnot. So that's looking pretty cool. That's looking pretty cool. Right then. So, yeah, I do believe I've said everything. You can also take a look in the description right now. You'll see the link to micro522.com. If you want to get a nice preview of the top performing skins, you've got the Cobalt Jungle Container Armored Door here on top. Yes, even above Heat Seeker MP5. And over to here, it's the glow in the... Oh, no, it's the Armored Double Door. Produce Crate, Cargo Heli Fridge, and Farm Door. Those are the top 5. That's pretty interesting. So, okay, cool. That's it. That's a wrap. So, yeah, you better go ahead and make a decision now. I'm going to go jump in and purchase some skins, whether it's the SAR, the Armored Door, or Armored Double Door, or these skins in particular, due to a potential problem. We'll see tomorrow. We shall see. So, yep, that's it. That's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. And, well, catch you later.